What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. This week's episode, well, if you guys couldn't tell by the title of the video, yeah, Roman Reigns needs new challengers, but the question is who? By the way, shout outs to Gatorade for this. Not sponsored. My mom bought Gatorade off of Amazon, and it wasn't the one she originally wanted. So she gave me the rest of what was left. She had like a whole case of it, but she's taking some of them to the homeless, because obviously here in LA, you know, especially in my part of town, there's homeless people all over the place, and it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant sight to see, but we do have to shift gears. We gotta shift gears and discuss this matter. So hopefully you guys are ready. If you guys are, and you guys want to see more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, and you guys can also check out previous episodes if you haven't done so already. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. It is totally free to subscribe. You don't have to pay anything. It is 100% free. Again, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure you guys turn on all notifications so you guys get notified when I do upload, which is basically every single day. Sometimes twice a day, depending on what comes up. And also too, guys, make sure you guys follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. Now, I am going to be basing my top 8 list across all 3 brands: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, because as you guys are well aware, there's been a lot of rumors as of late that some of the NXT talent could potentially get called up to the main roster, which is a possibility. But but to really quickly go through every single person that is on the list across both Raw and SmackDown, you got AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Andre Chase, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Ashante the Adonis, Austin Theory, the United States Champion, Axiom, Baron Corbin, Big E, even though he's still recovering from his neck injury, Boa, we haven't seen him in a minute, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, the current NXT Champion, Brooks Jensen, Brutus Creed, Butch, Cameron Grimes, Carmelo Hayes, Cedric Alexander, Chad Gable, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, Charlie Dempsey, Cody Rhodes, Commander Aziz, Cruz del Toro, Damian Priest, Damon Kemp, Dante Chen from NXT Level Up. Let's see here. Dexter Lumis, Dolph Ziggler, Dominic Mysterio, Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Duke Hudson, Edge, Adrian Sanofe, Elias, Eric, Finn Balor, Giovanni Vinci, Grayson Waller, Gunta, the Intercontinental Champion, Guru Raj. We rarely get to see him, but he could be on this top 8 list. Hank Walker, and you guys are probably wondering, who the hell is Hank Walker? He was a security guy. He was security in NXT. Now he's an NXT superstar. Yeah, it's still hard to believe that a guy from security could be wrestling in a 20x20. Who would have ever guessed? Let's see here. Humberto. Oh, there we go. That thing that got caught in my throat is now down. It now went down. Anyway, Ikemen Jiro, Ilya Dragunov, Ivar, Jagger Reed, Javier Bernal, JD McDonough. Nope, definitely not Jerry the King Lawler. He's currently retired, so unfortunately he is out of the question. Unfortunately, it would be funny though. It would be funny for a Hall of Famer like him to go up against someone like Roman Reigns. That would be funny, but it would be a massacre as well because of the heart attack that he suffered a little over a decade ago. And you guys are probably wondering what happened. It's been a while, but if my memory is correct, he was on commentary and he just instantly collapsed. He instantly collapsed, had a heart attack, and that was what gave WWE the chance to bring back JBL on commentary, and he ended up staying with WWE ever since. Which, hey, I mean, honestly, it was hard. It was hard to see. It was super hard to see. But moving on. Obviously, we got both Usos, which I don't think they'll have the balls big enough to go up against Roman Reigns. General Hall. Oh, let's see here. Joaquin Wilde, Joe Coffey, Johnny Gargano, Josh Briggs, Joe Gacy, John Cena, Julius Creed, Carl Anderson, Karrion Kross, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Kit Wilson, Elton Prince as well. I almost forgot Elton Prince. I think I mentioned him. Did I? Did I mention Elton Prince? No, I did not. Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, Kofi Kingston, Logan Paul, Ludwig Kaiser, Luke Gallows, Massey, Madcap Moss, Malik Blade, Mark Coffey, Matt Swa, Matt Riddle, Montez Ford, Mustafa Ali, MVP, Noam Dar, even though he's technically he is still with WWE, but I don't know if we're ever going to get him and the Heritage Cup into NXT. I don't think we will, though, but we'll see. Nathan Fraser, Oro Mensah, originally known as, I believe, Oliver Carter, of when he was competing on NXT UK. Otis, Odyssey Jones, Omos, Quincy Elliott, the Super Diva, as he calls himself. R-Truth, actually, he's still injured, so he won't be part of it. Pat McAfee, could be a possibility. Reggie, or I guess now Scripps, which is very weird. Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. Let's see, Ricochet, Reg Holland, Rick Boogs. Actually, no. Boogs is still injured. Don't think we're ever going to see him back in WWE anytime soon. Maybe in the next, 8 months, perhaps. Who knows? Roderick Strong, still injured, but never know. Rip Fowler, Robert Roode. Could be a possibility, but he is injured. He just had a fusion neck surgery, so I will be talking about that sometime this week or perhaps next week. I'm not so sure. Santos Escobar, Sami Zayn, Sangha, Shanky, Seth freaking Rollins. I would say Shane McMahon, but he's technically done with WWE. Shinsuke Nakamura, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Solo Sikoa, The Miz, Top Dollar, Trick Williams, Tommaso Ciampa, Tony D'Angelo, Tyler Bate, Von Wagner, Veer Mahan, Wesley, the North American Champion, Wolfgang, Zion Quinn, and Xavier Woods. That is a long-ass list, but after looking at this list, I've actually comprised of only 8 who I believe could potentially be the next challenger for Roman's Undisputed Universal title, which could be a myriad of people, but I've comprised of AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Carmelo Hayes, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Karrion Kross, and Tyler Bate. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why these guys? Well, let's have a look at at what they've done since coming to WWE. Let's start with, obviously, AJ Styles. 2-time WWE Champion, 3-time United States Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former Raw Tag Team Champion, and not only that, he's competed on NXT, what, twice? 3 times already? Plus, he's a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's a former multi-time IWGP Champion. He's won championships pretty much in every single promotion he's been a part of, including TNA, Impact Wrestling, former TNA World Champion multiple times. One of the first, I believe the youngest TNA World Champion in history. The youngest, TNA X Division Champion in history. Former Tag Team Champion in TNA. The AJ Styles has done a lot, and with the OC backing him up, it's possible that we could see quite the interesting battle on our hands. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute. AJ Styles has already battled Roman Reigns for the title. Yes, that may be the case, but that was the WWE title in 2016. I'm basing this off of the last 2 years that Roman Reigns has been champion. So we're basing it off of new opponents that we have not seen face Roman Reigns in the last 2 years. So that's, if that makes sense. But again, AJ Styles, he could be a threat to Roman's run as champion, which is a possibility. Then of course you got Baron Corbin, a guy who has aligned himself with a Hall of Famer like JBL, and honestly, that's fucking awesome. That's amazing. I mean, for a guy like Baron Corbin, who is a multi-time Golden Gloves boxing champion, a former Money in the Bank winner, and a former United States champion, and a former King of the Ring winner. I mean, with that type of talent, how could you not want to go? How could you not want to muster up the balls to face Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Universal title? Corbin could actually be another guy that could beat Roman, because he's done it before. So why not? Why not? And then of course you got Bobby Lashley, who is a 2-time ECW champion, a 2-time Intercontinental champion, a 3-time United States champion, a 2-time WWE champion. He's one of the only men in TNA history to ever hold the TNA World title, X Division title, and the King of the Mountain titles in a single run. He's the only one to ever do it. No, I don't think any other person has ever done that before. I could be wrong, but if my memory serves right, he's the only one to do it. He's a multi-time TNA World Champion. He's been a part of TNA on a few different occasions, and his last run in TNA was basically his, the prelude to his return to WWE. And Lashley has been dominant ever since. He has dominated WWE with an iron fist since coming back in 2018. And I mean, having a battle of who has the better spear, I mean, not too bad. Plus, not only that, they both have a submission at their disposal. Roman has obviously has the guillotine. Lashley has has the Hurt Lock. So it's a possibility, but only time will tell. Then of course you got Carmelo Hayes. I know that this might be an odd pick, but honestly, I'm starting to like Carmelo Hayes. I think his work ethic, his speed, his agility could potentially outmaneuver all the members of the Bloodline and still be able to pin Roman Reigns and be champion. That's actually not too bad. Sorry guys, my eyes are like twitching right now. I apologize. Anyway, again, Carmelo Hayes could be a possibility. Then of course you got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Honestly, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, that would be the ultimate dream match. In fact, it would be bittersweet justice for Cody Rhodes to challenge Roman Reigns for the title, outmaneuver the Bloodline, because let's not forget, Cody Rhodes has one of the highest in-ring IQs in the world. There is not a single person not just in WWE, but in all of professional wrestling, who has a higher ring IQ than Cody Rhodes. I highly doubt it. But if you guys, think that someone else has a higher ring IQ than Cody Rhodes, post in the comments. Let me know. But I mean, let's not forget, Cody Rhodes is a former former multi-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a multi-time WWE tag team champion. In fact, his last title in WWE was actually the tag team titles, with Goldust, which there's been a lot of talks about him as of late, but I'll be talking about that this potentially on Thursday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But Rhodes, Reigns, I could definitely see that happening. Then of course you got Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. Here's what interests me the most. Damian Priest is a former North American champion, and he's a former United States champion. People forget that Damian Priest is a very, very crafty superstar on Raw, and with someone like him to go up against someone like Roman Reigns, that could be interesting. It could be interesting, and also given the fact that given the fact that Finn Balor still has beef with Roman, it's possible that Priest could use that against Roman Reigns. So it's a possibility. Then of course you have Karrion Kross. Honestly, I would love to see that, because we know that when it comes to Roman Reigns as champion, if he were to lose, excuse me, and we saw that at SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns cannot do it without the help of the Bloodline. You know, it's gotten to a point where Roman Reigns, honestly, I think the Bloodline just needs to turn babyface in general, because don't get me wrong, the heel character of the Bloodline, it worked out immensely, but I think honestly it's time for the Bloodline to turn babyface, especially if Reigns were to go up against someone like Damian Priest or Karrion Kross, or even also Baron Corbin for that matter. And people forget that Karrion Kross is a 2-time NXT champion. So, you know, and not only that, he's won multiple titles across almost every promotion that he's been a part of. So, who's to say that we might not get that type of match? But then you got Tyler Bate, and I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute, why Tyler Bate? Why? The answer's simple. The first and last ever NXT UK champion, the only 2-time NXT UK champion in history, former NXT Tag Team Champion, former NXT UK Tag Team Champion, former NXT UK Heritage Cup champion, and the first ever Triple Crown champion in NXT UK history. Yeah, I think that just about sums it up right there. I think that sums it up right there. I mean, and not only that, there's a reason why he's known as the big strong boy. The dude weighs like the dude weighs like what? Like what? 200 pounds? Roman's 265. Roman is 265. Reigns outpowers Bate by like 65, maybe even 70 pounds for all we know. About 65, maybe 75 pounds. And Tyler Bate is known as the big strong boy for a reason. He can lift 300 pounds and still do an airplane spin. If he can do that to someone like Dave Mastiff or Joe Coffey or even Gunther, for that matter, imagine him applying an airplane spin to Roman Reigns. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is 100% possible, but only time will tell. We won't know until we see Tyler Bate in the main roster. But we do have to cut the field in half because obviously there's a lot of different factors that can go with each one-on-one match. So don't get me wrong, Tyler Bate, he does have the potential to face Roman Reigns for the title. The problem is that if you guys recall, right before WWE announced that NXT UK was gonna close its doors, Trent Seven turned his back on Tyler Bate, and with Butch now with a part, and with Butch now a part of the Brawling Brutes, all the members of British Strong Style are out doing their own thing. But let's say, for example, Tyler Bate does show up to SmackDown and challenges Roman for the title. Let's say that happens. Trent Seven comes in, and all 5 of them become the Brawling Brutes together. Even with that, Roman Reigns would still be able to outthink Tyler Bate because of one X factor, Paul Heyman. So Tyler Bate definitely is not the guy to face Roman Reigns. Karrion Kross, I can definitely see it because he's a freaky son of a bitch. So I'm gonna keep him. Carmelo Hayes, I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready for the main roster. I know that he's been competing on main event the last like couple months or so. I just don't think he's ready for someone like Roman Reigns. Baron Corbin on the other hand, don't get me wrong, he has the potential to be Undisputed Champion. He just needs to learn a lot more from JBL in order to find a way to outmaneuver Roman Reigns and the rest of the bloodline. And speaking of outthinking, AJ Styles, he's another guy with one of the highest ring IQs ever. I just think that even with Gallows and Anderson attacking the bloodline, so it's Solo Sikoa. With Solo Sikoa as the enforcer, Sami Zayn could potentially distract the referee. Boom, low blow to Styles, Superman punch and a spear, and that's it. Plain simple. So it wouldn't matter. So that brings us to 4. Lashley, Rhodes, Priest, and Cross. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna get rid of Karrion Kross because I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute, why Karrion Kross? Here's the thing. Karrion Kross has a lot of problems. He has a lot of potential. He's a world traveled superstar. It's the fact that he only has Scarlett in his corner. Is that even enough? No, it's not. Because truth be told, Karrion Kross works solo. So, and plus, I actually, you know what? Yeah, no, actually, no. Even with Scarlet Reign, Roman would still win. Roman would still win. Bobby Lashley, I think he's too focused on dealing with Brock Lesnar and trying to regain the United States title. It's gotten to a point now where he's not even he doesn't even want to be the Undisputed Champion. So that brings us to two: Cody Rhodes or Damian Priest. Let's think about this for a second, because Damian Priest has Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley in his corner. Would that be enough to outshine the Bloodline? Yes, it is very possible, because Rhea Ripley is a problem, and Roman Reigns, he could lose the title. He could lose the title to Damian Priest, but the problem, but it comes down to, is Damian Priest ready for that next step? No, he is not, because the way I see it, Finn Balor, he's the leader of the Judgment Day, and Finn Balor, he wants Roman Reigns, but the problem is that Balor knows the Bloodline is always there lurking no matter what. So Damian Priest, not the guy. So that only brings us to one man, and that is Cody Rhodes. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, wait, Rhodes is still injured. Yes, he may still be injured, but there's been rumors swirling, all throughout social media, and even also his wife Brandy, even mentioned it on on social media that Cody Rhodes he's ready to come back at any time. So it's a possibility we could see him win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania and challenge for the Undisputed title, which is a very high possibility. So I think, honestly, here's the thing. We know that Kevin Owens wants to fight Roman Reigns and try to take the title off of him. We know that. But the question is, why try to go at it a fourth time? I'm just being real. So, who do I think should be next in line for Roman's title? If and when he returns, Cody Rhodes. I'm being honest. Cody Rhodes needs to come back ASAP and try to take the title off of Roman Reigns. But that brings me to the question of the day: which new challenger, which new superstar? Actually, let me rephrase my question. Who do you want to see challenge Roman Reigns for the Undisputed title that has not already done so? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today, for this week's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss out on any future content. And of course, make sure you guys follow me on my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.